Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Yarn
Room Shenanigans.
I'm Gayle.
And I'm Laura.
And this is episode 3.
Episode 3. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. I'm so excited.
And we're so excited. We already have 1,500 plus subscribers. So thank you so much, YouTube Universe. We are so grateful for you checking us out and, giving us a watch.
And so many kind words.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So many comments and just between the 2 episodes that we've done so far, I think we've had over like 700 comments altogether.
Easy. Probably a little bit more than that at this point.
It's been amazing.
Yeah, boy, I'm so grateful. I'm like very, very grateful. Yeah,
So here we are.
Here we are, yeah. So we have to chat about what we've been doing this past couple of weeks. So the very first thing that we want to mention is we did go to a memorial of a friend of ours. She was a dear friend. She worked at our local yarn shop.
Her name was Dawn.
And I've known her for a long time. When I owned the yarn shop, she was a customer of mine and became friend. And
we used to even go to Weight Watchers with her at one point.
Yeah.
Like just, a person from the community of knitting, but also the community where we live and just a wonderful person.
Really.
Gone way too soon.
Oh my God, she was 66?
67.
Yeah, she was born the year before me. She's 67. And, but they did have a beautiful memorial for her there. It was so wonderful. She had been cremated, so we were in a funeral home, but there was her nephew playing music and singing. He was playing the keyboard.
And her family invited all of the
knitters,
knitting community to attend and bring their knitting and asked us to work on our knitting while we were there.
And we sat around and everybody knit and don't cry.
Sorry, I'm a bit of a softie.
Don't cry. I know. It was very heartwarming. It was perfect. I mean, what a send-off. So,
Deep breath.
I know.
But we love Dawn, and we just wanted to make sure that we mentioned her, and want to just, this episode will be in her memory.
Yes.
As well as, it was 3 years ago now.
Yes, on February 8th. And
we lost our good friend Cheryl. A very similar story. Gone way too young. She was, I want to say 64 or 65. And she was my best friend. We got together every single week on Thursdays. I'd go from work to her house. She'd have dinner on the table, and then we'd go in we called it the crap room, her craft room, and we would watch things like, ID and scary movies, and we watched Sons of Anarchy and Sopranos. We watched that kind of stuff and just sat and knit and drank wine. We would usually polish off sometimes a 2-bottle night, but at least 1 bottle night on every Thursday. And so we wanted to remember her as well because her anniversary just passed. So today's episode is in honor of Cheryl and Dawn.
Yes. Yes.
So, okay.
Got that.
On to happier things now.
Yes. So let's see. Oh, you know how this is a tiny little aside, but you know how Laura and I roll the dice, and we're gonna actually at the end we're gonna talk about who won the 2 prizes.
Yes, we have 2 giveaways.
So we're very excited. But so I was
rolling. Do we want to do a teaser? Do we want to show the bags?
Just the bags.
Yeah, we'll just show the bags.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on.
We've put together 2 really nice little gift bags here.
And there's the prizes inside.
With the prizes inside. So we're excited to...
we random generated 2 numbers with the help of my daughter, Ilaria. Yay. Thanks, Ilaria, as always. But, so we'll be doing that. So
and we'll announce those later.
Yes. So I was Laura and I were like, all right, so we got to roll the dice. So I, not thinking, got the dice and I shook it and I threw it on the floor, and my little terrier, Goose, grabs the ball and takes off with it, the dice. I was like, oh my gosh. So Laura's like, well, just let him drop it. Whatever number it is when he drops it. I'm like, drop it? You think he's going to drop it? He loves this thing. So I finally got it from him, and I said, all right, let me try again. And I thought that I had him held back. Nope. He went running off with it. Went running off with it again. So now, as you will see today, we will roll it before we get off on the table so that Goose doesn't have a chance to eat it.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah.
And he just thought it was the best toy
Oh
ever.
my gosh, yes.
Yep.
He loved it. Oh my, it's weighted. I mean, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's solid like rubber or something. But I think you guys are gonna love the prizes. Anyways, there's another little bit of stuff to get out of the way, and I'm having a total knee done on the 20th of April. Pardon me, March. I'm trying to get...
You keep pushing it back.
I know.
She keeps saying April, even though it's like next week.
Yeah, it's next
March
Thursday.
20th.
So I'm still planning on podcasting with Laura. So if I don't look like fabulous, like, and I'm kind of a little bit like, oh yeah, it's because I'm on some kind of a narcotic, because I hear it's kind of painful. Laura's had both of hers done.
I have.
So but my plan is to definitely not miss. I don't want to miss a day.
But we might have a change of scenery, because
if I can't get
where
downstairs,
we film here is in Gayle's
kind of
like basement living space, and so we might need to film upstairs when she's recovering.
Yeah.
So I'm going to interrupt just for a minute, because I feel like this Henrietta is like wanting to bite my ear.
Bring her over
and
here.
So I think that she needs to like face that way a little bit better.
Hi, Henrietta.
Henrietta. There we go.
Oh my God,
All right.
she's very cute.
I needed her to not be right in my ear.
That's very good. I didn't even realize that, but you're correct. Let's see, what else? Oh, guess what we're doing tomorrow?
Oh, what are we doing tomorrow?
We're going to go and see a movie, Me, You, and the Bald Man.
That's right. I have to get a good night's sleep tonight.
Yes,
because
hang on.
I don't want to fall asleep in this one.
Speaking of the Bald Man, we're also going to honor St. Patrick's Day.
That's right.
So
St. Patrick's Day is Monday, but here we are on Saturday and getting a little bit ahead of the game.
So we're going to have a special cocktail called Luck of the Irish. Now, if you guys, and then I'll finish on with whatever I was talking about. God, I can't keep track of my own head. So you can pause it here if you'd like and join us with one of these cocktails, because it's in honor of our Irish friends out there. So I wore something with a little green, and also it's going to be a good cocktail, I think.
I think so.
It's pretty.
And the bald man, Paul, is concocting the drinks for us, and will be delivering them to us shortly.
But it's online, and the picture and everything's up there. So you guys
in the show notes below.
Right. So if you guys pause it here and come back, then we can have a cocktail together. I'm kind of excited about that, right?
Yep, that sounds like a good plan.
So I was going to say, so the movie that we're going to see tomorrow is called Last Breath, Laura?
Yes.
Last Breath. So being a scuba diver, I'm kind of excited about it.
I've never been a scuba diver.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Well, it's very fun. Only thing, I'm going to be like feeling like I can't breathe when we're watching this. I'll be like, because it really looks like, I mean, whatever. It's kind of scary when you can't breathe underwater. But anyhow, so we do have some knitting to talk about. Let's talk about what we're wearing
All right. Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
All right.
Because I love this piece.
So I am wearing, this is called the Adventure Wrap. I believe the pattern was by, oh gosh, what's her name with the short hair across the front? Ambah O'Brien. There we go. So it's called the Adventure Wrap.
Yeah, that's
and I'll take it off so we can kind of show the whole thing. But you'll see that there's the gray as the standard color, and then in between are lots of other colors. And this was a kit called, it was by Hugh Loco, called Color Riot. And so it matched the gray with the Color Riot kit.
Isn't this
and
good?
then made the
And it's like
scarf.
a little feather and fan or something
Yes.
in there, or just
Yep.
oh my
So it was
God,
called
it's just-
Adventure Wrap or Adventurer Wrap. And I
so
used
pretty.
the Hugh Loco Color Riot.
and it's soft.
Was a set of minis. Yes, very, very soft, but lightweight, so it's not
Yeah.
like with it being kind of springtime
And
now. I get kind of warm sometimes, so I don't like
Yeah.
too much going on.
It's
Like
like-
I would be dying if I was wearing my sweater that is like Gayle's
Feel my
sweater.
hands.
Oh my God, and I'm burning up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because
Frickin' frat
yeah, Oscar and Felix.
Yep.
If you haven't figured it out, I'm Felix.
So anyways, that's what I'm wearing. So it's just a little, little kind of over the shoulder.
So
that I
beautiful.
could be showing a little bit of knitwear. Uh-oh, guess who's
All right,
coming?
so here come our cocktails.
Uh-oh, we gotta make room here on the table.
Well, come around, Doc, so that they see your whole body instead of just your arm.
Come around this side.
way. This
And
is
then
my
we'll-
bald man, or the Doc.
Wow, look at
We
this.
call him Doc because he is
Look
a doctor.
at this, folks.
So this is my husband. Come in here. This is my husband, Paul. I call him the bald man. Guess why?
This is what every well-dressed bartender is wearing now.
And
Yes.
this is wife number 1, but I like to be called
Yes,
wife number 2.
and I made him his beautiful sweater a few years ago. But I have to say, if there's anybody knit-worthy, it would be Paul. He wears everything to death. But these are the Luck of the Irish, Paul?
Yes.
Luck of the Irish.
Cocktails.
Cheers, my
Cocktails,
friend.
cheers,
And
and-
cheers to the YouTube universe.
Yes.
Happy St. Patrick's
Happy
Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
And
Thank you
get
to
on
the
the-
bartender.
get on the ride here with
Yes.
us. We're going to have a fun time today.
Yes. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Oh, I just wore my,
Oh my God.
did you lose yours too?
No.
Yes, you did.
What? It's inside here.
I lost
It's in
mine.
here.
No, I lost it.
No, it's in. Look it. It's right here.
Is it?
Look.
I spilled all over the front of
Look.
me. Okay.
You didn't lose
Ugh.
it.
Well,
Look at the pretty glasses he got us too. They're really
I
pretty. They're.
spilled.
That's all right.
I'll just cover it up.
That's
there
why
we go.
we have scarves.
Anyways, well, cheers and thank you. And
Oh my gosh. You guys should make one of these. They're really tasty. Luck of the Irish. Thanks, Doc.
thank you. And so, Gayle, what are you wearing?
I am wearing the community tunic by Joji Locatelli. And you know what I love about it? Like, I'm short, but it's long. It is like, it's a tunic. It's like a little dress. And I made it out of,
It's good with leggings.
yeah, I have a pair of leggings on. I made it literally, what, maybe 10 years ago, Laura?
Not quite that long.
You don't think? It was, Lori's had the store for 4 years. I made it way before
Oh,
that.
Maybe it has been that long then.
So-
I have one too. Mine is gray and pink.
Yeah, but I absolutely love this piece. It's made out of Harrisville yarn and
Harrisville
Highland,
Designs.
Harrisville Highland
Highland.
yarn. And it's wool. It's not super wash. It never loses its shape. Truly, I wear this all the time. Like, I wear it a lot. And when I was in Canmore, when we went to the Fiber Festival, I got so many compliments on this because I wore it, because I love it. And yeah, if you haven't made it, check it out. The Community Tunic by Joji, and it is
Joji Locatelli.
Joji Locatelli.
For those that
Yeah.
might not recognize
Yeah.
her by her first name.
Yeah, it's like we're girlfriends. Hi, Joji, how's it going? Speaking of that, guess what?
Guess what?
I just ordered a bag from her. It's on pre-order. It's pink. Show them yours. This
All
is the
right.
bag I got, but mine is in pink.
So Gayle can't help but be jealous of the things that I have.
Yes.
I have a lot of Joji bags.
Yes, she does.
I'm a definite fan, and I bought this, I don't know, maybe a
few
year or
months.
so ago.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
It's called the Gardener bag.
turn it around. Like, look at this. Look at it. Has her little Joji there.
And
Oh.
so this is mine that I keep a knitting project in, and it's got a number on it for dice rolling, number lucky 7. And Gayle has ordered one for herself,
Pink.
which is going to be pink. So
Yes.
we'll have matching bags. Mine will be green and hers will be pink.
Yay, yay,
So
yay.
thank you, Hohi, for your, and her bags are
Fabulous. The
just, it's
leather.
Hohi and Co. And they're all leather. I'm sure, you know, anybody watching knows of her, but she's in Argentina, and she
she's a
really,
nice person.
she's a nice person. The leather is
gorgeous.
is sourced ethically. The people that do the work, it's all handmade in a small, you know, work studio there in Argentina. I believe it's a lot of women that do the work. I'm not sure if it's all women or not, but a lot of women that do the work, and they're just gorgeous bags. So
Yeah.
I would encourage anybody to check her out. You have to kind of be on top of it because they go quick when she does a drop of items. Definitely get on her, what do you call it?
Mailing list.
Mailing list, yes.
Yeah.
So that you get the notices of when she's gonna.
The only reason
the
I
drop.
got mine is because it was a pre-order, because I wasn't right on the ball when it happened, so I'm very fortunate
I saw it posted, so of course I sent her a text
because
and
she
said,
knows it was pink,
3 o'clock today.
Yep.
Oh, he's dropping a bag.
and I was like, oh Laura, you love spending my money, but it's so worth it.
Well, you love spending my money
I
too.
do, but I bought you a present. It's not in yet.
You did?
Yeah,
I love presents.
yeah, it's a knitting present. Oh gee, what a shock! But you'll get a present soon. Just
Okay.
saying. Anyways, so what do we got going?
So
Would you have
what-
anything made?
So I
Finished?
do. Yep. I've got. We're gonna go on to some finished objects.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So I brought a couple of, you know, sweaters that have previously done. That seems to be my MO for now while I'm sharing all the things that I have made. So let me start with this one.
You could never share all of the things that you made.
Well, maybe not, but this is called the Sheep Camp sweater.
So good, Laura.
And I have to be honest, I made it, this was for 2023 Rhinebeck, so a couple of years ago, well, at least a year and a half ago. And the yarn I purchased at Skein Yarn Shop, but I honestly don't remember what the yarn is. I believe that the dark purple was from On the Round, Rachel at On the Round.
thing is on the
And I
round.
think it, I'm not sure. I don't remember. And I did actually ask Lori, the shop owner at Skein Yarn Shop, to see if she could look it up in my my history. And we'll actually probably be stopping by the store tomorrow, so I might be able to get that information and add it to the show notes. But this was the
So good.
sweater pattern that Lori picked for the Rhinebeck sweater for Skein Yarn Shop in 2023. And
I think there's a picture
So-
of all of us wearing them.
that's my sweater,
The sheep camp.
and it's called the Sheep Camp.
Who
I
did,
made
whose
it.
pattern is it, Laura?
It is. Oh, you're gonna ask me that, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up. So
That's all
you
right.
keep holding it up and
Yeah,
talking
so
while I'm looking
anyways,
it up.
this is a super wash. It's really, really beautiful, and it's very soft. And it fits Laura perfectly. It's so lovely. And you know what else I like about it, Laura, is the neck. Because I
Yes,
don't like
it's
anything.
just a rolled neck.
Yeah, and I don't like anything. That being said and done, I'm making a turtleneck right now, but I generally like this kind of a thing. But now that I'm getting older, I mean, to hide my gobble, maybe that would be, I don't know. Anyways,
All
it's
right.
really, really beautiful. So Laura's gonna look that name up, and I guess I can show you
There
a
it
finished. Oh,
is.
she's got it. Here we go. Oh, look at that's a good sweat picture. Show them.
That was at Rhinebeck. So I was sporting it for the first time. And it is made by
Made by you.
Jennifer
patterned by-
Berg. Yes, the
Really
pattern is by
nice.
Jennifer Berg, B-E-R-G.
Really, really lovely.
So that
Pretty.
was that.
Pretty, pretty.
All right.
I have a finished object, and let me just grab something. Alrighty, so this is what I just finished. Now I have to tell you, this was a roll. This was one of my rolls
Roll of the
that I did,
dice?
the roll of the dice, and Laura gifted this, sorry, I'm sliding off of my booster.
I made her put a pillow underneath
Yeah.
because otherwise we looked like, you know, gargantuan and
So it's kind of
little
good,
hobbit.
right? There's little sparkly things in it.
so this kit that I gifted to Gayle, I think it was around the Christmas time maybe.
Yes, a few years
It was
ago.
actually a collaboration between the Grocery Girls and
I have them here. Here it is.
Jack.
Here
oh
we
my
go.
gosh.
The yarn bowler.
And no, that's the pom pom. But
Yeah, oh, wait.
But the bling
Frankie.
is oh my gosh, Crafty Jackalope. I knew it would
That's
come
what
to
it
me.
is, yes.
Crafty Jackalope. She has
Came
what's
in a
called the
little
bling
kit.
bar, and she does a lot of the sparkly kind of
So
yarns.
there's like little payettes in it too.
Sorry, it took me so long to have that come up to my
Front of your brain.
my brain. Yes,
But it's cute, right? I'll put it on.
so it was a collaboration kit.
Like, look how cute
That I
it is.
purchased, and Gayle hadn't done it, so she put a number on it and rolled the number, and I think she had it done in like a day.
I did. It took me one day to make it. I love the pom-pom.
The pom pom is a yarn bowler pom pom,
Right.
which is also a collaboration between Grocery Girls and Yarn Bowler. In their shop, the Grocery Girls shop, they do sell the pom poms. So
Yeah, Frankie
if you're
Gray
interested,
fibers.
that's the place to go looking for them. Would be Grocery Girls Knit.
And I have
their
a very
website.
big head, so I made the size large. It does come in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. I did make the large. I don't know if I didn't read the pattern right, but I kind of was running out of the gray yarn. So I kind of just I followed the colorways, but not the amount of yarn that you're supposed to hold like 2 together, but I didn't, and I'm just as happy with it. I love the decreases. I mean, it's real. Isn't it a pretty hat? I mean, I
It's
really,
beautiful,
really love it.
and I love the sparkle
I
in
do
it.
too.
It's just enough. Like it's not
Yes.
overwhelming.
Yes, like
but
this is so me.
I
Like,
can imagine how pretty that would be, like if you were like out on a snowy night,
Yes.
and the little flakes
like,
coming
look it.
down on
I'm gonna
top
wear
of
this
it.
to Calgary next year.
Oh yes,
Right?
That'd
I
be
just
awesome.
love it. I
Yep.
love it. So, and I love the Grocery Girls. I love Frankie Gray Fibers, as you know. Laura and I showed our stash the last time our acquisition. So, yeah, I'm gonna just put this behind
Very
us
nice.
for now. That's
Yeah, maybe
really
put
cute
it up
though,
there where
right?
Henrietta had been. Can you reach
My
it?
bag
Okay.
on. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Okay, so that's that. That's one of my finished objects.
All right.
What do you have?
All right. So I'll show another sweater. This one is called Oxa.
Oh, this is also pretty.
OKSA.
You made a lot of sweaters.
I have been on a sweater kick the
Yeah.
last few years
Yeah.
for sure. This is so this has a story behind it. This yarn is Lang Yak, which is a luxury yarn. It's not for the faint of heart. It's expensive. And I had bought it and made a different sweater out of it. The sweater that I made, I ended up not liking at all. It was a sweater that had like dolman sleeves, and it just wasn't attractive on me. So I said, well, I know I'm not ever gonna wear that, but I've spent way too much money on this yarn.
And it's too beautiful.
So I pulled it out. It took me forever, but I pulled it out and I've repurposed it. So the yarn had been already blocked once. So when I made this, again, and I do choose like large sizes. I like things to be
Loose.
not close fitting on me. I like them to be loose. So I made this sweater, and it's called Oxa, and hopefully you can see
Yeah, they can see that.
the
That's-
work on that. It's you know, done all in one color, but the yoke is a lot of patterning.
And the color is beautiful. It's not really showing that well up there, but
Yeah,
kind
so
of
it's kind of
stands
a
out.
soft purplish
Yeah.
color. And
stunning.
then, so then what happened was the the neckline is very kind of loose. So I ended up going around the neckline with a double crochet and then a crab stitch, and it just
It's
pulled it in
beautiful.
a little bit.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
So that when I wear it, it's not constantly falling down off my shoulders or showing the bra strap, that sort of thing.
But it's
and this
really
is
good.
so soft. Like if you're in the market for wanting a luxury sweater,
Yak length,
yak
beautiful.
yarn is so soft
And
and,
that's
so
hand
gorgeous.
wash.
And it is hand wash,
Yeah.
yes.
It's,
Yep.
it's, I wish you could feel it, and I love this part here too.
And
like-
the pattern name is Oksa, Oksa,
Oh, so
and it
pretty.
is by, oh, why don't I
Look at
know
how
these
pretty
things
she
off the
did
top
the
of my
collar.
head?
Like, isn't that pretty, the way she did that? I have to brag about it, because it's really quite lovely.
Oh, I should be better
So
prepared,
pretty.
Gayle.
That's all right, we still
All right.
love you.
All right, well, I don't know it right off, but it will
It's
be
in
in the
the
show
show
notes
notes.
below. There you go.
It is, it's in the show notes.
All right, here, let me get that out of your way. Do you have any other
I
finished
do,
projects?
and this was another roll of the dice. Now, I have to say, these things would not be done without dice rolling. This was the
The
most
dice
brilliant
have been a
thing.
game changer. Thank you,
Yes.
Woolen Wishes.
Yes, Woolen Wishes.
Kirsty and Tracy
Yep.
for sharing your idea. It was not my original idea, but I'll tell you what, the idea has really taken off
Yes.
since we shared it on
Yes.
this podcast.
And a lot
Had
of
so
people
many
at the
people
yes,
from
even at a
Canmore.
local yarn shop, everybody's like, "What a great idea!" I'm telling you, the hat would not be done because I even forgot I had it till I started going through things, and I'm like, "All right, so, you know, we have bags with little numbers on them, and this one here happens to be 3." So I'll talk about that later, but this is what I just finished. And when I started this, I was up to here. So, and there's, I don't know if you can see, but there's beads in it.
So this was something that you just
This
had
is something that
stuck
I
in
had,
a bag,
and it's probably, I got this at Rhinebeck probably 4 years ago.
and then you forgot about
I
it.
totally
Why
forgot.
does that
I don't,
happen
because we get
to
excited
us?
about the new things.
With the beautiful things that we have to knit, and we get going
Yes.
on them, and you love it, and then all of a sudden it ends up in a bag, and you never touch it again for years.
I know,
I
isn't
don't
it
understand
pretty
why
too?
that
The little,
happens.
I don't know if you can see the like the sparkle in it, like a little bit of stellina, not a lot, but a little bit. And I love the beads. I love the whole thing, but
It's gorgeous.
it's pretty, right?
Yeah,
It's called Peace and Quiet. Let me see.
and the stellina is so gentle.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, it's so gentle and sparkly.
And I believe the name is Nim Teasdale.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Nim Teasdale, but like, I mean, look at this. Like, isn't it? Do you love it, Laura?
It's gorgeous. Yes, and I love how it ends in the bright blue.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And what I did was, this is the yarn that I used was Twisted Fiber Art, and the color was called Peace that I used. Now, when you're doing this part of it, the part that doesn't have the lace here, she doesn't tell you how many repeats to do. She says do it till you have about a third of the yarn left, because the most yarn will take on the
Oh.
lace part. So I kind of
So you have to have a little bit of knitting experience to do this pattern.
yeah, or
Some-
else, I mean, really weigh your yarn. I did not. I just kind of said, all right, so I think if I do this long, and I knew that I didn't want it any smaller than this, so I think I got, I mean, hold that side,
And did
please.
you-
I mean, I got a good
You
amount.
Were you playing yarn chicken?
No, I still have a little bit that I'm going to put into my blanket.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
But I love the colors. I mean, I love everything about it.
And it's so perfect for this time of
Don't you
year,
think?
where there's still a little bit of chill in the air,
Yeah.
but the sun is starting to warm up. It's getting up
Exactly.
into like the 40s, 50s. You know,
Right.
even I think we even had some low 60s this past week.
Exactly. And even if I go to to the Caribbean, let's say, and you go to a restaurant, it's always air conditioning's on. So I'll usually take something like this and I just throw it, you know, over my shoulders if I'm freezing. But look how freaking cute. I love it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and you had an option of doing a picot bind off. And I have to say I started it with the picot. And then I was like, no. So when I blocked it, I just pulled out points, which I like much better. So I'm
beautiful.
really, really happy with it. Peace and
Nice
Quiet.
job.
Thank you. Peace and Quiet by Nim Teasdale. And easy
And guess where you can find the information?
easy pattern. And it's in the show notes below.
Below.
Right? We love that. We just can't get over ourselves. So that's 2 projects I finished by dice rolling
That's
this
awesome.
week.
Awesome.
Just
You go,
saying.
girl.
Just saying.
All right. So I have one more finished
All right, what
object.
do you have, friend?
Now, I have to say, this has been a project that has been in the works for probably a decade.
Awesome.
It is the Granny Stripe
Oh, yes.
crochet blanket from Attic 24. And I started it, like I said, probably 10 years ago. And it's something that I have used just scraps, fingering weight scraps. So, you know, have had over the years lots and lots of projects that I've done, and lots and lots of leftovers. So I recently, Gina from Gina's Knit Club is her new Instagram handle, Gina's_Knit Club. Previously was Skein Cocaine. Hi, Gina. She had posted a picture of her working on her granny stripe blanket, and that motivated me to dig mine out and work on it. I knew that I didn't have that much left to do, but just hadn't worked on it for years. So I
This is
pulled it
good.
out, and
This is so good.
I probably had about maybe 15 inches left to do on it. I wanted it to be 60 inches long. So I probably had about 15 inches left to go. And then I have done the border. So I'll let you help me.
Yes, of course.
The border I used on the round, fingering weight, and did just 3 rounds of double crochet, and then
crab stitch.
the crab stitch as well. But look
Boy,
at
it's
this.
So great. Oh my goodness. Look. Wait, and it goes on
Yeah, yeah.
and on and on. Look at how big it is. Oh
So
my gosh.
this is-
We could both snuggle under
I've
this.
washed it and dried it.
Look how cute.
and-
Wait, put it on. We could be like, look at, we could both snuggle. Wait,
Yep.
shut
I mean,
up.
you could definitely,
us.
2 people could snuggle
Look at
underneath,
Oh
you
my
know,
goodness. With our little
underneath the
cocktail.
blanket.
Look,
There you
look
go.
at-
There you go.
Cheers.
But I am so thrilled to have this done, and I'm so thrilled with how it came out. And literally, this is just scraps from my stash.
All your end pieces.
All my end pieces.
All fingering weight.
Yep, all fingering weight. I used pink clover crochet, whatever size that is. It's the one that's the light pink color. And
Oh, this is so good.
I'm just really, really happy with it, and I'm glad to have it done. And now it can be used, and it's so soft. And like I said, I've washed it and dried it. It's all superwash fingering weight yarn.
This is so good.
And
the colors are so good.
yeah, really, really happy with it. So,
Wow.
and this was, you know, like I said, it was something that had just been sitting
Right.
for years.
Right.
And
It's the dice. I'm telling you.
lost
Gina,
interest.
Gina did.
And yeah,
so
it
she
was
did.
Gina's picture that
Yes,
motivated me. I
yes.
was like, I have that,
Yes.
and I should get mine out and get it done.
Yes.
So,
It's absolutely
So,
stunning.
anybody have a lot of scraps?
Yeah.
Go to Attic.
Even if you're a DK knitter and have a lot of DK, use your DK or
Yep.
worsted.
Right, you can use anything.
Anything.
The pattern is on Attic 24, the number 24, and the patterns are free. You go to the website, over in the left-hand column is like lots and lots and lots of information, and that's where you'll find the pattern, and it's called Granny Stripe Blanket.
Yeah, really, it's beautiful, Laura. You must
So,
feel so accomplished.
I'm really, really thrilled about
Yeah,
that one.
that's how I would be like, oh my gosh. But we all know how I am because Laura had it. So I showed you this last time, but I had only in a couple of colors. But I have been very happily crocheting.
Look.
And this is how far I've gotten now.
So
I
you've
kind
got
of-
maybe, what, about 6 inches there, I would say?
4,
4,
at
5,
least
6
about
inches.
maybe
So
7.
you got a ways to go.
Yeah, I
but
do,
you've
but
made,
look it.
You've made progress.
I wouldn't have even like done this. I'm like so happy, and I love my colors. Aren't they fun? And it's just all the stuff
all
in the
leftovers.
bag. Yeah.
Yep.
And
And all those, remember those ones that we showed last week?
Yeah, the
or
ones
2
in the
weeks
bag.
ago that didn't have any
Labels on
on them. That's what's going into
Yes,
this
that's
blanket.
exactly right.
Yep.
So I just roll one up, and while I was waiting pre-op, I did all the red. Not well, pre-admission.
So
testing.
you're doing it a little differently than I did. I did
2
course, right?
because you're organized. I'm not.
My
I do
blanket,
whatever I have.
every 2 rows was a different color, and as you can see, Gayle is just kind of using up what she has, and then starts the new color wherever it starts.
Exactly. I could be in the
Whereas-
middle of a row, and it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Like here.
Yep. Whereas, nope, Laura doesn't do that. Nope.
No, I'm Felix. It's good.
No,
Good
you're
enough.
Oscar.
I'm Oscar.
You're
no,
Oscar.
you're Oscar.
Isn't Felix the?
No, Felix is the screw off.
No, I don't think so.
Hey Siri. Does anybody know? Let
I
us
think
know.
that Felix is the neat and tidy one, and Oscar is the,
Is it? I think you're right.
baseball
You are right.
hat wearing guy.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, you're Oscar.
You are right.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm usually
She hates
Not
to
all
be
the time
wrong.
though, and I hate it when I'm wrong.
She really does.
But I will,
She will say if she admits
say
it.
if I'm wrong, I will
She'll
admit it.
Like this. You're right. I wasn't. And I'm like, what? What'd you say? You're right.
And
That was
also,
what?
I don't like it when I make a mistake and have to fix things, but I will fix them
Yes.
too.
Yes.
I
Yes.
and anybody sitting around the yarn table knows.
Even Kevin and Ray. Ray
I
is like,
know.
oh my God, I had a mistake, and I was thinking, what would Laura say?
And don't you know that last time when we saw them at Skein, remember the hat that I showed?
Yes.
And when I was showing it, I was
There was
like,
a pearl
oh my
over
gosh,
it.
I got a
Yeah.
row of pearls.
Yes.
That was the Manhattan hat.
Yes.
He's like, have you fixed it?
Have you taken the hat apart?
I haven't fixed it yet, but I might.
Yeah. This
Because
is true.
I might want to put that in the giveaway pile, and I don't want to give away things that
I
have
know.
mistakes.
I get
So
it.
I'll probably fix it,
I
but
get
it
it.
had one row where, so it was stockinette stitch, and then for whatever reason, this one little section, I don't know.
It was just like
I was
a-
probably sleep knitting.
Yeah, we all have
and
done
did
that.
a bunch of pearls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
last week when we were, or 2 weeks ago, we talked.
I know it's hard to believe.
I know.
2 weeks has gone by.
I know. I had showed these that I had cranked, so I've since then cut them, and I have one sock made. This is for a friend of mine. I said last time from bowling. His name is Dan. So I do have one done. So this is a half finished object. Yeah.
Boy, you're a hoe.
Yes.
You've got a hoe.
And this is what I have left. So this I will make the other sock from, but I still have this piece left too. So that you get when you make a pair of socks this way, you really can get a good amount of sock for your money. So I'll probably have 2 of these left over, and I'll make a pair of shorties for myself. So
Do you think you've got enough there? Or
Oh,
you would
yeah,
just
I'll do
use
the
what you've
heels
got
and
and then
toes.
add whatever
Yeah,
you need?
yeah.
Gotcha.
Exactly, but kind of nice, right? And this was
Really
that
nice.
unique yarn, and yeah, I really like it. I'm happy it doesn't take long to do it this way when you're just cutting in heels and toes and all of that, because it's basically 2 toes or 2 heels.
Right.
Samesies.
Really
and with
pretty.
the little cuff.
I love the stripes.
Yeah, pretty, right?
Yep. And that color that we picked out is
That Laura picked
perfect.
out. Just saying.
Perfect.
Perfect. So what do you have going on there, friend?
All right, so let's see. I guess I'll show this project next. This is, I've shown this before, but I've been making some good progress on it.
I'm so excited.
This is the striped sweater.
For who?
For my friend Gayle. I've been promising her for a long time that I would make her one. And I've shown it before, so now, and sorry about this because the needle is kind of a one that's scrunched up. But I've split for the sleeves and I'm working down onto the body now.
Look how good that is.
So that should be,
Bartlett
coming
yarn,
along
right?
nicely. Yes. Oh, and Barrett.
Barrett.
Barrett Wool Company. And let me share about this. So I have this, you know, huge bag of yarn from that
Is
company.
that a Judy Olsen bag?
This is a Judy. Yes, it is.
Really pretty. She does such.
She
a
makes
great
the most
job.
beautiful bags
And-
that are sold at Skein Yarn Shop.
Yeah. So if you
Bags
want
by
one,
Joe,
Cool.
Judy Olsen. And so anyways, in here I have all my Barrett wool ends. And I had started the next stripe with this one. And I didn't have quite enough to do the 8 rounds. So I went on to Barrett Wool website to see if I could get some more. And this yarn was called Wisconsin Woolens. And what I found out is that they don't actually have the Wisconsin Woolens yarn anymore. They have another sport weight. And so I did order some more, but it wasn't quite the same color. This was the color that came, so you can see the difference. So I
it
pulled,
looks like the same wool though. Like the twist
so
looks
it's
the same.
it's very, very similar, but it's just not the Wisconsin wool.
Right.
So as you can see, that was the color that was gonna be closest, and it's really not. So I pulled out that row and put this one in.
And I love
So
it.
that's
I love it.
right there.
Oh, I love it.
And so if anybody was looking to find that exact same yarn, they don't have the Wisconsin woolens anymore, but they do have the sport weight, which is really, really similar.
Yeah. The twist
you know,
looks
almost
the same too.
exactly the same. I've got a skein here. Here we go. So there's,
So pretty.
so this was a new one that I bought, and you can see that matches the, it's
Yeah.
called Old Fashioned, and that matches exactly. So some of the colors were exact, some of them were a little bit different, but it's really, really,
Oh, it smells like sheep.
oh, it's great yarn. And the more
Old
you wear it,
Fashioned.
the softer it gets. It's just, I love it so much. It's
Wool company.
Barrett Wool, and it's Susan
180
B.
yards.
Anderson is,
I didn't know that.
yeah, it's her company. Susan B. Anderson, the
No
one that makes all the
kidding.
little
Yes,
animals.
I know who she is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Yep.
I didn't like her label. Look how cute.
So I've been working on that one
And I'm so excited.
and making some pretty good
yeah,
progress.
you did a lot.
And yeah, I think the last time that we were
We were-
on,
you
I
hadn't
had
even
not
split.
split for the sleeves, so I got split for the sleeves, and I've done three more colors since then.
Oh
So,
my gosh,
yeah.
it's so good. I can't wait to wear it. I don't care what the temperature's like. I'm wearing that.
Well, I'm telling you, this you don't feel hot in this.
Good.
It's
I'm excited.
lovely, lovely, lovely.
Oh, we
yarn.
can wear it. I can wear it to Montreal.
You think I'm gonna have it done by then?
Yeah. Hello.
I love my friend Gayle.
Yeah, you'll have it done. No worries.
All right, so that's that one. I'm gonna put that down on the floor there.
Okay.
All right.
I have something else. This is another
I'm
dice
scooting up
roll.
next to you.
Yes, this is another dice roll. This was roll number 3, and I did this on Wednesday. So this is called the Fisherman Shawl by Max Cyr and Les Garcons.
So you just casted this on Wednesday?
Yes. Yes.
She's such a fast knitter. I will never,
So-
ever, ever be able to show as many things as Gayle will show.
So this.
Just letting you all know ahead of
Look
time.
how pretty. Like, I love the edging part here.
It's got like an I-cord edge.
Almost, kind of, sort of. It's slip stitches, and then you just knit them and slip them and knit them and slip them and knit them. But isn't that fun? So what I'm using is Les Garcons Fluff, which is the purple running through the whole thing. Isn't it soft, Laura?
It is. It's beautiful.
And then I'm using 1 skein of Freia Yarn, which is the one that will ombre. And do I have I don't have the color here, but it is in the show notes. I put it in already. But actually, Ilaria put it in. That's the truth. But isn't it really pretty?
Very pretty.
Yeah.
It's I have to say the gold colors are your palette.
Yeah.
But the purple is kind of off of your,
Yes, this is more for you than for me.
yeah, it's not your traditional color that you would pick.
I would pick something with like pink or red or
More
orange or
jewel
green,
tones.
right?
Yeah,
But it's gonna be good,
but
right?
it's beautiful, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
and it's so soft.
and it has your colors in it. It's
Yeah.
just that the purple is not
Not usually my
something that
go-to.
you would normally go to. Yep.
And it is, it sounds funny, but it's a slow knit. It's a slog. Because it's, you know, there's these 8 rows, there's an increased section and it's 8 rows and you repeat those 8 rows 41 times because out of the 8 rows, you're only increasing 2 stitches every 8 rows and you go from like, I don't know, 6 stitches to 97. So it takes a bit, but I'm hoping, depending on how I'm feeling after
But
surgery.
let's say she cast this on Wednesday and today
Yeah.
is Saturday.
Yeah.
So this is an example of how fast Gayle knits.
I do knit kind of
And
fast.
Laura will never keep up with that.
That's all right.
So always expect more things from Gayle than from Laura.
Well, I mean, I guess I do knit kind of fast.
You do.
Yeah.
Do.
What else you got there,
All
friend?
right, so I had some dice rolls this week too. So in the 2-week time period, I roll twice a week. And so these past 2
These were
weeks,
mine.
I actually got the same roll of the dice once. So
Yes.
Yep.
I'm excited about that because I love this project.
So let me find it here. That
This
one.
is a good cocktail, by the way.
It is. All right, so this is number 9. And this is a project that,
What bag is that, by the way? Because I really
this
love it.
isn't a Tenti bag.
Oh, God, it's so
Isn't that
pretty.
beautiful? And I bought that at Skein Yarn Shop as well, and I love this. It has this little loop-de-loop thing here, and you pull that through like
Oh,
that,
shut up.
and it closes it up.
And does it have pockets here? Oh my
Yep,
gosh, there's
it's got
pockets,
pockets.
too. And this is like knit. Like a woven
Like a
fabric.
woven
Oh,
fabric,
that's
yep.
beautiful.
So I love this bag. It's in a Tenti bag, and Lori usually gets them in.
She just got a shipment.
Oh, did she? I was gonna say usually around the holidays.
Yeah, she just got
is
a
when she
shipment.
gets them. At any rate, so this project has been around for a long
Yeah,
time.
Cheryl and I did one.
Cheryl and Gayle and I think all started them at the same time. Cheryl finished hers, Gayle finished hers, and Laura did not finish hers. So it got a number, and the number
Oh,
got
so
rolled
pretty.
twice
and it's
this
my
week,
colors
and it's called the Mystic Mist Shawl
by Anna Dalby.
by Anna Dalby. It's a circular knit.
Right now it
And-
looks like a shower cap. Look at
So
that.
it's lace,
oh,
and it
Laura,
starts
so
out
good.
bright orange in the middle, and works out to almost a black,
What yarn did we use, Laura?
and then it's the optic
oh yeah, this is
optic-
from fiber optic.
fiber optic. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is a gradient. So this is what I've got left of the gradient. So it started out with that bright orange, and then you can kind of see that the middle goes to a gray. So it goes to like dark brown, almost black, and then gets lighter again on the outside, and then you finish up with this light gray.
You're doing a good job. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's something that had been sitting in a bag for a long time, and the dice roll has
Inspired you
inspired
to do it.
me to get it back out. So there's really not that much more to do. I'm on the last chart, and I want to say there is like maybe 60 rows in the chart, and I've done maybe 10 of them so far.
Awesome.
So I don't have that much more to go.
If you have
It's a lot of stitches around. It's like 576 stitches around, so one round takes a long time, but it will get done.
If you haven't done an Anna Dalby pattern, you should really look into them. I have a couple of her books here. She is a beautiful shawl designer. She makes some of the, I've made a I've made a bunch of her shawls just because I love them. And the funny story is, the first time I met her, she was wearing this. And it was at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival, and I was like, oh my God, who is that woman with that beautiful shawl?
So it's circular, but you can fold it in half?
She wore hers
And-
long.
Oh, did she?
She had it just over her shoulders, and
Okay.
it almost hit the back of her, like it hit near her ankles.
Okay.
It was stunning. I went up to her and I said, oh my gosh, I love your shawl. And she said, oh, thank you. I said, who's the designer? Like an idiot. And she said, me. And that was it. It was love at first glance.
Yeah.
Check her things out. She's really, really, really an amazing knitter, and she's really gracious and kind. And she was, she didn't make me feel terrible that I didn't know her. But I left her and went and bought the stuff to make this shawl. So I'm thrilled. I absolutely love it. And Cheryl loved hers as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
really, really good.
So I'll get that done sooner than later, hopefully. But it has a number on it now, so.
So I have another thing that I've been working on. Now, last time you guys saw this, I only had a tiny bit of the tan done. So I managed to get, this is for the baby blanket, and it is, I believe
This is the baby blanket with the little
with
dog
the little
on
dog on it. Isn't it cute?
The applique.
Yes. And then I'm going to put that mint color in it. Don't you love
What
it?
yarn are you using?
Oh, it goes this way. I'm using
Oh,
Barocco Ultra Wool DK. It's washable, and it's really beautiful yarn, isn't it?
Yes.
And
Very
the
nice.
price point
Nice
is
and soft.
fabulous. I want to say it's like $13 for a ball.
Yeah, that'd be really nice for a
Isn't
baby.
it nice? So I am making a little bit of progress on this. I'm trying to every day work on a little bit of something, and so I'm really happy about that. But I wanted to show you that I am making progress. Do you have any other works in progress?
I do.
Okay,
I do.
you go.
All right. This one, I'm not sure that you can really see the progress that I've made. I have worked on it, but it's kind of the same thing over and over again, and you have to do it for like 9 inches. So this is the Robin's Nest cardigan that I'm working on.
I'm going to bring it up a little closer so that we can. Isn't it?
And because it's all one color and it's all the same pattern, you probably can't really tell that I've worked on it much, but I've worked on it a
can.
little bit.
Oh, it's
And
so pretty.
making some
And that's a
progress on
cardie?
that one. That's going to be a cardie, and it's one that is pieced together. So you're definitely going
I'll show you how to
have
do
to
it.
help me with that. I've never done a piece
When I was a
before.
kid, that's how we did sweaters. There weren't many top-down patterns or anything.
But-
Everything was pieced.
I love this yarn. The yarn is from, the pattern is Knitspot, and the
Ann
yarn
Hanson.
is Modern Deco Sport.
Bare Naked Wools,
From
right?
Bare Naked Wools, and it is so soft. I mean, just feel
it's-
that.
And it's spongy.
It's spongy.
It's like really
yep.
spongy.
Yep, it's elasticy. And
Yes.
it's just, I
It's
love it. It's so
stunning.
nice to work with.
Is
so
that
that's that
superwash?
one. It is not superwash,
Yep.
I don't think.
I have something that I finished.
What bag did that come out of? Oh well, I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
So I finished my spin. Last week I showed this in the, or 2 weeks ago, I showed it in the bobbins, and it is, the colorway is called Tree Frog, and it's from Elise B Creates, and this is the yarn that it made.
So this
So,
is your hand
This
spun.
is my hand spun that I just finished. I have
Oh
four.
my God, Gayle, that's
It's pretty,
gorgeous.
right? I have 460 yards here. I'm gonna do the traveler shawl. I think I mentioned that's what I wanted to do with this.
Oh,
because-
that's the bandana one from.
Yes, because
from-
Ray had it. I mean, Kevin had it.
Oh, that's right. Out of his hand spun.
Yes, and he's making
Kevin
one
from
for
Needles
Ray,
at the
right?
Ready.
And he's making one for Ray now in that green color. But
So does that mean
it's
you're gonna
really
make one for
pretty.
me?
Yes,
Is that how that works?
yes, of course I'll make one.
Kevin
for
makes
you.
one for Ray and Gayle makes one
Yeah,
for Laura.
hello. But it's really lovely, isn't it? Isn't it pretty?
It's beautiful. And it's funny, but a lot of your things that you've been showing today all have this turquoise blue.
I know, right?
I think you're having a moment.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah.
that's good.
Absolutely.
But it still has my like orange in it and green.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm really digging this blue color.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean blue,
Mhm.
blue, everything. You're right.
Yeah. It's really coming up in a lot of your things lately.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
What you got?
I have one more, and this was another roll of the dice. This is the ARTUS Shawl. And
I didn't start mine. I wish I'd rolled this
let me
week.
tell you about this. So
Laura.
again, it had been something, and it's the ARTUS Shawl, and it's by, wait a minute, let me pull up
You
the,
did a lot. Did you just start this?
yeah, I've been working on it for a while. Let me, where's the front page? Is that the front page? No. Oh my God.
Here.
Thank you. The ARTUS Shawl, and it's by Natasja Hornsby,
Oh, it's so
and
good.
it's really beautiful. There is a picture here of it. Let me find
Oh,
a page
this is good.
with the picture where it's stretched out. There we go. So it's a paid for pattern, but I think I can show the picture.
Oh, it's so good.
A lot of people have made this. Like, I think I saw saw it first shown on Needles at the Ready, and also Piece for Piece Crafting. Michael from
Hi,
Piece
Michael.
for Piece. Hi, Michael. And so I pulled that out. I put a number on it, number 7.
I have the same thing.
And I rolled 7 twice this
You
week.
did?
I did. So I got to work on it a lot. Let's hold it
Look
up.
at that. Wait, there's like, I don't know if you can see, there's a nice stitch in it too.
So then let me tell you my story about this.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So as you can see, I was down to like the dregs of this skein of shrub, it's called, the green. I tore my house up
Oh yeah.
looking for, I'm sure I bought all the yarn because that's what I do. When I find a project, the yarn is from lichen and lace. I'm sure that I've bought it all. Do you think I can find it? Nope. I looked in every bin, every drawer, every bag, and could not find it.
After you buy it, you'll find it.
So I bought more.
Oh, of course.
I needed to get another skein of the shrub, and then another skein of this color called birch, which is the lighter color.
It's so beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is called Rustic Heather Sport,
And it's
another
the singles,
sport weight,
huh?
and it's 100% Canadian wool. We love our Canadians.
Oh
I
my
just want to
gosh.
say,
Yes.
we love our Canadians.
Yes, we do. Oh,
And no words can express what's
Right.
going on right now.
Right.
Just know that you're loved by Gayle
Yes.
and I.
yes.
Um,
I want to move there.
yeah. So it's Canadian wool. It is woolly wool. It's a single,
Yep.
and
It smells like
smells
sheep, right?
like sheep. Yep. And
Oh my
it's,
gosh.
And it's called lichen and lace.
And I
is
love the way they zigzag their
Yep,
labels together.
yep.
They do a little
Just sewn together.
zigzag.
Yep. Lichen
Oh,
and
so
lace. It's
pretty.
very, very light writing on there, so I don't know if you can see it. But lichen is L-I-C-H-E-N and lace. And so I've got all the yarn now to finish that.
And-
I got put on hold because I ran down to nothing, but it just got delivered
I hope I roll
yesterday.
that today. I hope I
So,
roll that.
This project?
Yes.
Do you have it in your?
Yes, I
You
do. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do. Can I have your cherry?
No?
Oh, it's really good too.
No, you can't have my cherry.
It's really yummy. Oh my
You'll have to
goodness.
ask Paul for another cherry
I know,
if you
it's
need
so
a cherry.
yummy. Oh, I finished. Oh boy.
So, and I have one other thing that I
Good.
started. So, this is just, now this is a story too. So,
I
it
like
is
stories.
it is in the show notes below, but after
Where?
in the show notes below, after I finished my my granny stripe blanket, I thought, well, I still have all these ends left. Well, now what am I gonna do?
What is this?
So I was watching a podcaster. This is new to me. I've only watched a couple of her episodes so far, but she's called the Stash Down Diaries.
Oh, I just saw that.
And she is in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. And I really loved her. I mean,
that just came up in my feed. I was like,
yeah,
oh, I have to watch that.
you should definitely check her out.
Ah.
I really, really liked her a lot, and you know the different projects that she was showing. So she showed this one project called the Skrabucket. It's S-K-R-A and then the word bucket, all smushed together. And
Oh, this, I know what this is.
it's a tote, like a bag. And I'm not even sure that I've followed the directions correctly, to be quite honest with you. For some reason, I don't know if I'm having a brain fart or whatever, but it's a very simple, you know, cast on.
The colors are pretty that you chose.
Yeah, so this is the bottom of it, and I'm doing it on double points because, you know, when you go to look for that needle and you can't find the right size. So I didn't have it's done on a size number 6, and
So like a worsted
so you
weight?
would, no, it's 2 fingerings held together.
Okay, like DK maybe.
So you start at the center and, you know, kind of do increases. And this is the part where I think I don't even I don't think I did the pattern right. I didn't really understand her directions for the
Okay.
increases. And I think that was partly because it's translated
Translated.
from a different
Mhm.
language.
As long as you
So
have the right
I
amount of
kind of did
stitches.
my own
Yeah.
thing. But I don't think that I followed the pattern exactly. But anyways, you had to get up to 144 stitches, and then you do like a purl row, and then you knit the bag up. So that's like the bottom of the bag.
Is it meshy,
And-
lacy, the top part?
No, it's actually, you know, the construction of a Musselburgh hat?
Yeah.
It's almost kind of like that,
Oh,
in that
okay.
it's then gonna fold
Okay,
in on
yeah.
itself.
So it'll be durable.
And you create a like a welt for a drawstring to go
Nice,
through it, so it's like a
nice.
drawstring bag.
Nice.
And it, I don't know where it is. Anyways, it told you how many grams of yarn you needed. So I measured out a whole bunch of different colors of my scraps. These were the 2 that I started with because I figured the bottom of the bag would be good to have it in a
So it's not,
dark
it doesn't
color.
get dirty.
Yep. And so I started that scrap project.
I love it.
So it's gonna make like just a little drawstring bag.
Cute.
So we'll see how that goes. And that
It'd
was
be good to put your knitting in to go to the beach.
exactly,
Right?
or something. Put
So
something
we
in
can go
it.
to Beaver Tail.
Yes. Oh, that'll be so
But
much
if,
fun.
if you lived in Rhode Island, or you'd know about Beaver Tail, and it's in Jamestown, which is a little south of us.
Jamestown is an island off of the coast of Rhode Island. So Rhode Island is, as you know,
The
the
ocean
smallest state in the Union. And then we have what's called the West Bay and the East Bay. There's Rhode Island proper, which is where Providence is, and that's attached to, you know, solid land. And then we have lots and lots of bridges. We have included in our geography, there's Narragansett Bay, and we have a bridge that goes
To Newport and
from the mainland over to Jamestown, which is an island, and then from Jamestown across the East Passage. There's the West Passage and the East Passage, and so then there's another bridge that goes from Jamestown over to Newport, which a lot of people have heard of Newport. That's where the mansions are. A lot of cruise ships come in there. Really beautiful, big yachts, and, you know, wealthiness
yes,
abounds in Newport.
yes.
Beautiful restaurants and shoreline. I mean, you can't go wrong in Rhode Island, really.
No,
We
it's
have
gorgeous.
so many beautiful beaches and shoreline and coastline. I'd encourage anyone to come and visit us.
And you can come see us. You can stay at my house.
There you go.
We'll have a
Open
party.
invitation from Gayle.
Right? We'll have a party.
But anyways, so where was I going with all this?
Beaver Tail.
Oh yeah, Beaver Tail. So Beaver Tail is a lighthouse on the island of Jamestown, which is part of Rhode Island.
On top of these cliffs.
Yes.
That overlook the water.
Gorgeous, gorgeous,
And we put our
gorgeous.
chairs out and we sit there
So
and
it's a
knit.
state park. it's a state park. There's a lighthouse there, right on the, you know, the mouth of the ocean. The waves coming in over the cliffs and the rocks. It's just gorgeous.
And we love to go sit there and knit.
We went last year, Gayle. It was me, you, the bald man,
Yeah,
your sister,
my sister,
and her significant
and
other.
my brother came in
and
and
your
brought
brother,
ribs.
he brought a whole slab of ribs.
Baby
that he had
back ribs.
cooked that
He had just
morning.
cooked them.
They were still warm,
yeah.
wrapped up in the foil.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Weren't
they were so
freaking
good. They were so. We
I
have
want them now.
to invite Mark back for another
Yes,
visit and tell him he needs to bring more ribs.
I'm gonna do that. I'm serious.
Because they
before
were
it gets
so
too hot.
good. We brought a cooler with some cocktails. We all had our folding chairs, sandwiches.
Oh,
That's right. We
wasn't
stopped
that
and got
good?
sandwiches at a little like diner place.
Yes. Wasn't it fun?
It was a lot of fun.
Oh man. Yeah.
So we like to do that, and
Yeah, and that's coming up.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
time's coming up. I'm very
yeah,
excited.
here we are into the spring now, and
Yeah.
I dread the hot weather though.
Me too.
Oh, I do.
I don't like it when it gets too hot.
I'm a winter girl through and
Me
through.
too. I like the winter. I love the fall.
I keep hoping for a
love the
blizzard.
fall. Me too, Laura, but we haven't gotten one in a
We
while.
barely got snow.
I know.
I mean, at least we did get a little bit, but not
I know.
much. So,
Um,
do you have any other?
No,
things-
nothing like that, but I
Okay.
have a few things that I want to chat about.
Okay.
Okay, one is this. This is new fiber that I'm going to try and spin this week.
Oh, look,
These
there's that blue again, Gayle.
I know, right? This is called Mist. It's a Rambouillet wool, and it is by Three Waters Farms. And it is, I mean, it's really, 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 really beautiful. These are basically the colors. And feel how soft that is. I have to say that I started spinning this, and if anybody can leave me a comment as to what's going on, I've been spinning for a number of years now, and
How soft
isn't
that
it
is.
great? For some reason, and I am treadling slow and moving my hands fast, I'm getting a lot of overspin in this, and I'm not sure why or what to do. I tend to spin very fine just because that's what I do, and a lot of the yarn I get, wool I get requires that. It's pretty, right?
Beautiful.
So I'm not sure what I'm doing or if anybody has any suggestions for me, but it's Rambouillet. It's that's what it is. But hopefully I'll have at least a couple of bobbins of this for the next time.
Wow.
And then, do you have acquisitions?
I do
All
have
right,
some
what do we have?
acquisitions. So I did already kind of show a couple of them, which was the lichen and lace and the Barrett wool. But I have another acquisition
What do you have?
that I have purchased.
Where
So,
did you get this?
so this is from, so actually, what's in this bag I purchased quite some time ago. But I've ordered the same thing over again because now that I've finished my granny stripe blanket, I want to do the jelly roll blanket.
Oh, I know.
And so I purchased from Skein Cocaine, Gina.
Hi, Gina, again.
Yes, hi Gina. Oh, there's something else in here. Oh, look at that. I'd
Oh,
rather
that's
be
nice.
knitting. Oh, look at that. I
She
didn't even know
sent
that
that
was
with
in
it?
there. I guess maybe.
Oh, that's nice.
So this is in this big bag here. I'm
And
gonna
they sent
just
you
dump
yarn
it
in a
out.
bag?
Mhm.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at this.
So this
What
is
is this now?
from Skein Cocaine. She,
Look
not
at
seeing it.
this.
These
Wait,
are
look.
her two color palettes. One is called Brights color palette, and the other one is Pastels color palette. And it's a set of 15 minis in each palette. So the bright ones obviously all go together, and I've got them all mixed into one bag. But then the pastels, you know, kind of go together in another
But
one.
you're going to mix them all up, right?
So I'm gonna mix them all up, and I didn't figure that
Wait,
30
look.
minis would be enough. So I ordered the same two sets all over again.
When did they come in?
Maybe today.
I want this now. I do. I'm not kidding. I
Well,
really do.
you gotta go on to Skein
And
Cocaine's
get two
website,
sets. Look at
and
this
it's called
color.
the perfect palette, and she has them in brights or pastels.
All right, so you know this will be my next purchase.
So that is a purchase that I have made. I think it should be coming today. I made this purchase a long time ago, and it's been sitting waiting for me to do something with it. And now that I've
jelly
decided that
roll.
I'm doing the jelly
That's
roll,
because we saw Kevin's from
Because-
Needles at the Ready. His is gorgeous.
here's where my little intricacies get in the way of myself. Has to be all the same yarn. Has to be all the same weight. Has to be, you know, like I want it to be uniform.
Yes.
So I wanted to make sure that I was going to use all of the same weight of minis and, you
It's
know, from the
beautiful.
same base.
It's absolutely
So-
beautiful. I will have that by the end of the day.
So that's what that was my latest acquisition.
Beautiful.
Besides the things that I needed to purchase
Right.
for the projects that are already going.
I love it.
The lichen and lace that I tore up my house
Look at
looking
that.
for it. And then the Barrett wool to finish your sweater. But I'm really excited about doing the jelly roll blanket now. I'm very excited about, so the jelly roll blanket is KF Jones
From the Bakery
pattern
Bears.
from the Bakery Bears. And then our friends Kevin and Ray had shared, I had started the jelly roll blanket previously, and because I'm a little persnickety,
A lot. Just saying.
I didn't really like the way that the join was coming out for me, and it was probably just me not doing something right or just being too persnickety about it, right? So I didn't really like the way it looked. Our friends Kevin and Ray, Kevin is working on a jelly roll blanket, and he had found
gorgeous.
a different
Joining.
method of joining, which actually makes almost like a welt on
Yeah,
the one
it's-
side.
It's gorgeous.
And I liked the way that looked, so I'm going to
Beautiful.
try it out and see if I can, because I really love the jelly roll blanket, the look of it, the way it's constructed in the small stripes and then joined together and kind
I
of,
love it.
you know,
Are you going to do them exactly the same? Exactly. Are you going to do different? Or you're going to finish a whole skein and
so-
then go to the next skein?
so I have a plan for
Of
that.
course you do. What are you doing?
So each mini is 20 grams.
Right.
So my thought is to use some of them as a full 20 grams. And then, so for instance, I bought the same thing
Right.
twice, right?
Right.
So one whole set of these I'm going to leave as 20 grams. And the other ones I'm going to break up into 10 grams and 10 grams. And then I will alternate.
So
within
longer,
the-
shorter, longer, shorter.
Yeah,
Okay.
or just, you know, it will probably be a little bit random. It won't be longer, shorter,
Random?
longer, shorter, longer, shorter,
Wait,
but it might
random?
be short, long, long, short, long, short. You know, like-
Really?
yeah.
That won't crazy you out?
No,
Okay.
no. As long as I know that each short bit is 10 grams and each long bit is 20 grams,
Of course.
I'm good
yes.
with it.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I get how you are. I totally get it. Well,
Keep
I
making
bought
fun
something.
of me, guys.
I am.
Protect me.
I am.
I have some issues. I admit it.
Well, I have a couple of acquisitions,
Okay.
and one is this wonderful book that I picked up.
Oh.
This is one of the best. I don't buy many pattern books, but this
we
is
got to meet her.
Sari Nordland, and she's from Helsinki, and she
Finland.
Yes, that's what the city of Helsinki.
Yes.
That's where she's from, and this is one of the best books. It's first of all, every picture is stunning and beautiful.
And I love that she does her own modeling.
Yes, 99% of the stuff is I don't know how if I'm saying it with the right accent or whatever, but it's Sari, and I am going to make
S-A-R-I.
right. I'm going to make these mitts. That's going to be on the needles next time. So this was.
So what's the name of the book?
The name of the book is called Softly Timeless Knits. and by
Sari
Sari Nordland.
Nordland.
And you can get this book at our local yarn shop, Skein, or wherever you get your books from, I'm sure, probably Amazon. But there's not a bad one in this book, really. And she is the most wonderful person. She taught in Canmore when we went on our retreat. She taught a cable class because she's a big cable gal. And her designs, her patterns are absolutely stunning. She has a podcast. I watched the latest one this morning, and she is just very gracious, and what a really, really,
And she was like that in real life,
yes,
too.
oh my God,
when
what
we
a lovely
got
person.
to meet her in the class that we took at
Right.
the retreat in Canmore.
I wish I had my book. I would have had her sign it, but I didn't have it at that point. And I also belong to Magpie Fiber Society Club. So check out this color.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that nice? So I'm going to make those long mitts with this. This is a DK weight, and it is merino. It's merino, cashmere, and nylon.
Is it their swanky?
Yes,
Swanky
it's their
DK?
swanky DK.
Nice.
And I don't know if you can really see these colors, but it's like a creamy neutral color with these
got like
pops
some
of
peach color
oh,
and gray.
Isn't it beautiful?
It is
But don't you
beautiful.
think it'll look good with these mitts? Because there's a lot of cabling in the mitts, but the background of this is so quiet. Like, I think the mitts will stand out perfectly.
Nice.
Let's see. Yes,
Nice.
so I'm really
And
excited about
Magpie
this.
Fibers, I used to belong to their society club as well. They have beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
yarn. And
So
the Swanky line, that they have
Oh.
Swanky sock and Swanky DK, and it's got like 10% cashmere in it. Their Magpie Fibers, their flagship store is in Frederick, Maryland.
We went there,
We've been there, yes.
and they have that vault in the
We had
back.
a wonderful time there.
Yeah, we spent a lot of
And
money.
yep, they
we
have
had
a
good
vault
time.
in their store. It was an old bank at one time.
Yep.
So really cool, but they're a really, beautiful
Yeah.
store to visit if you're ever in that area with
Yep.
beautiful yarns.
Just stunning. So hopefully I'll have this on the needles for the next time, or I don't think they'll be done, that's for sure, especially with surgery. But that's that. Now, are you done with yarn stuff?
I am.
All right, I want to talk because I've gotten requests on comments about rug hooking. So I'm going to do a quick little thing for you guys.
Okay. All right.
So this is a wool cutter.
Ah,
Okay, this is called the Honeydew.
honeydew. Yep.
Honeydew wool cutter.
DOO.
Correct.
Honeydew.
And they come in different colors. But can you
Mine
tilt
is
the
blue.
camera down a tiny bit? I don't know if you can do that. I just want to show them. I had
She's asking me to be technical here now.
regular wool.
If I pull it back,
I think that's good.
there
That's
you go.
fine. So this is how you get your wool, okay? And it's not, a lot of people will confuse it with latch hooking, but it's not latch hooking. This is regular wool. You should go grab your big rug while I'm doing this.
Oh, okay.
So this is regular wool that has been dyed. So you use scissors like this because when you're cutting your wool next to your project, it's easier to get close to the project. So you take your wool, you make a little snip in it, and then you rip the wool. Okay, so we're just going to give it a little tear like this. Then you take your wool cutter and easy peasy, and you slide it into here, and this will cut your worms or strips. Now the one that I have on here is a number 5. I normally hook with the number 3, but this is what it makes. So these type of things. Okay, and then if you bring your rug over too, Laura, I'm gonna put
it.
Yep. So this is the wool cutter. They have different cartridges, so you can change this piece out and make your wool strips either fatter or skinnier. Now this is a piece that Laura's working on. I'm gonna put this down here for a second. And this
I'll
is,
let you
I'm gonna
grab
stand
that
up
end.
because this is quite large. So this is Laura's rug that she's really going to town on. This is a primitive pattern. And I'm gonna pull you over this way,
Wait a
Laura, so
minute.
we can get to the end. Okay, so this will be a rug that she's gonna put on the floor. Isn't it stunning? This is, like we do one stitch at a time, this is one loop at a time. This is just like really stunning. And her colors are beautiful. And she's almost done. I mean, these rugs can take years to do. Laura's probably got a year or so on this.
Yep.
But I want to show you now. I'm going to use your rug.
Oh, okay.
So, this is what you use. You use a thing like this, and this looks just like a crochet hook. You take your wool strip or worm, you hold it behind your work like this. You put your hook in, you grab your wool, and you pull up a loop, okay? The first one, you're gonna leave the tail out. I don't know if you guys can see this well, but, and then you just go in and you pull up a loop.
And when you're working on this, you're on a frame,
Right.
so that it's kind of
It's
stretched
very,
out.
it's like, almost like, some people use embroidery hoops. Laura and I have something called a Snapdragon, which is a square frame, and it really makes it like a drum. You can,
Nice and tight.
Nice and tight. But that's all there is to it. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's, there is a learning curve.
Do we want to show the back side?
Sure. All of the loops, you want them to be around the same height. And so
This is the back side.
pretty, right? So then when she's done, all of this will be folded in and then bound off so that it will be a finished piece
That will be the edge of the rug.
like that. And they're so beautiful. I mean, these are heirlooms. They take, I'm just starting one, and maybe I'll show it next time, but it's 90 by 70 inches. I'm planning on at least 3 years.
And this style is called primitive.
Correct.
But there's, certainly other styles of.
There's
Are we done with
painterly,
this?
there's painterly, there's
The
primitive, there's
Oriental.
orientals, there's cruel, there's oh my gosh, there's so many. And I'm
fix this
very
out.
fortunate to have a wonderful
All right.
teacher.
Excuse the
We're gonna come a
camera
little closer
movement again.
We're gonna come a little closer. There we go, that's good. So I have a great teacher here. Her name is Betty McClintock. I think I may have mentioned her last time. And she's been hooking for over 50 years. She's a sweetheart. She's very bright. And she's teaching me so much. I'm a fairly new hooker. I've only been hooking maybe 6 years. And I can't say enough about it. It is another addiction. Like I can't wait to hook today, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hook.
We are.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. So I hope that, if you wanna give it a go, if you have any questions, you can always go to your local guild. If you look up rug hooking guilds, Laura and I were actually at our guild meeting this morning. But you can also send us any questions you have in the comments, and we'll answer them
Or
to the best of our ability.
To our email address, which is the
Right.
yarnroomshenanigans@google.com.
Yes,
Right?
at Gmail.
At Gmail.
At Gmail.
Sorry.
That's okay.
At gmail.com.
Yes, so that's very cool. So I think now we should do presents.
We should do our presents.
And then after that, we're gonna do our dice roll if you wanna hang out for that.
Yep. All
So,
right. So
We have already,
we got 390 comments from our podcast 2 weeks ago.
thank you.
Yes. Thank you. So we, along with the help of Gayle
Ilaria.
Star Ilaria, we did the random number generator system for those 390 comments, and we have pulled 2 winners. So let me just pull
they
that
have
up
to
here.
message us in the Yarn Room Shenanigans with their
Correct.
address.
Yes. So let's see here. All right, so our first winner is, drum roll, is at Sally IDSO162.
Yay, Sally!
Yay, Sally! And we will put your name right here, your handle, so that you can see it on the screen.
Yep.
So Sally is our first winner. Congratulations.
Yay, Sally!
And thanks for joining in on the shenanigans here. And then our second winner is, let me get it pulled up here, is at Theresa Sheehan 7570. So it's Theresa is Teresa.
Yay, Theresa!
And then Sheehan Sheehan. And again, we're gonna put it right there.
And I love that you used to use the word shenanigans in your family. I think that's fabulous.
Yes. So those are our two winners.
And this is, I'll show you, okay? So we have, let's do this.
We've put
Laura.
them together in a nice little sack here for you.
So these are, they're 1 through 20, okay? And Laura, you can show them how we put them on our bags.
Yep, the pins and the numbers.
So these, there's 1 through 20
They're
of
all
that.
set up. I put the, I did all the pins onto the numbers. Yeah, numbers onto the pins. There we go.
And then
So they're all set up for
the
you.
big dice ball. So congratulations, I'm
Yes.
so excited. And you have to tell us what, how it's going, if you're gonna try it and how it works out for you.
So what we need you to do is to email us at theyarnroomshenanigans@gmail.com and
With your
give us
address.
your mailing address, and we'll get them sent right out to
This
you.
week.
And
Absolutely.
congratulations, and thank you so much for
Supporting us.
participating
Yes.
with us and supporting us, and we're happy to share this little trick of the trade that we found.
And you know
it's
what?
so much fun.
Yeah, I love it. I would never have done what I've done without this big dice. You know what I want to do next? When we get to 2,000, let's do another big raffle.
Okay,
All right? We're going to do
Sure.
a big raffle.
we're already at 1,500, so I think that we should get there pretty quickly.
I do too. I'm very excited. So 2,000, we're going to do another
We'll
prize.
have to figure out
It'll be
the
good.
prize.
Yeah, it'll be a good one though. So, all right. So I have to roll the dice or the
All
die.
right, so this is our
the first one for this week.
for starting tomorrow.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
All right.
ready? What do I say? Mama needs a new pair of shoes. That's what you taught me.
Yep. And Gayle
Number
gets
10.
number 10.
All right, don't let me forget
All right,
number 10.
Number 10, and we'll see what I get.
All right.
All right. And I got number 2.
So 10
So
and 2.
10 and 2. We'll have to see what that, gives us to work on, and that'll, give you something to look forward to for the next podcast in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And
Once again, everybody, thank you. Oh, who are we watching?
oh gosh,
Chevy Rell.
Oh god, I love Chevy Rell.
If you haven't seen Chevy Rell, please subscribe to her podcast. She says, "Everybody, grab your drinks." She's fabulous. She's not only fabulous, she's gorgeous. She's really, really beautiful. She has the most
Yes.
beautiful blue eyes, and her hair. I'm very jelly.
the
And her
most
husband Dan
gorgeous.
is so cute.
Yep.
And then ditto their
And
dog.
ditto their dog.
Oh, I can't even.
Yeah,
And she has
she's
her
in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
yes,
And she has her stuff room,
her stuff room.
which is just amazing.
Yeah, please check her out if you
stuff in
don't
her
already. She's amazing. She spins and she knits, and she's an amazing knitter. And I would love to meet her in person.
Yes.
She's one of the ones like Kevin and Ray. Like I love her. I love a lot of people, but
Yeah.
she's just great.
So I have a whole list of folks that we did just want to mention, of podcasts that we've either watched or have
Helped
met
us
in
or
passing by, or given us a shout out. So just want to again thank Gina's Knit Club, Skein Cocaine, the Grocery Girls. We want to thank again so much for your support and your
Yes,
shout outs.
yes.
Kevin and Ray from Needles at the Ready.
I love you guys.
And again, we want you guys to check out all these podcasts. They're just, top notch as far as we're concerned.
Yes.
We've got Les Garcons Boutique, which is Max and Vincent. Woolen Wishes is Kirsty and Tracy. And again, the dice roll, I got that idea from them, so they get all the credit. Skein Yarn Shop, our friends Lori and Justine at the Skein Scoop.
They also have a website, so you can order any of the stuff. Most of the stuff that we show is yarn from them.
And then there's, of course, Justine has her own podcast, Never Not Knitting RI. Michael at Piece for Piece Crafting.
And he's
in
sweet.
Chicago
He's
and so sweet.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, we met him in Rhinebeck.
2023.
Yeah, what a nice
He was hanging out with Kevin and Ray, and we got to meet him when we ran into Kevin and Ray. And then the Stash Down Diaries, that is the woman from Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia. I've only watched 1 or 2 of hers, but again, just found her really informative, and I love her, her goal of stashing down her stash.
Yes.
And then, of course, Chevy Rell. And then big shout out to Gayle's 2 daughters, Ilaria and Melina, who have both been helping us with the technology of things.
Yes.
Editing, posting, helping us figure out how to do things. So we really, really appreciate that and want to give a big shout out to both of you for that.
Thank you. My twins, they're amazing.
All right. So now, what do the folks have to do?
They have to, if you liked us, hit subscribe.
Like,
Subscribe,
and ring my bell. Ring my bell.
Ding, ding. So everybody, till the next time. 2
Thanks so
weeks.
much for watching.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Got it?
Nope.
No.